Hello and welcome to Grind Slime TV with me, your host Aaron. Today we're going to be heading over to America to check out some nice, epic sounding death metal, which is twice as blasphemous. Oof, yes, we are talking, of course, about Vital Remains and their album Icons of Evil. Absolute banger, of course. It's on my shelf, so what do you expect? Plenty of tracks there. In fact, how many tracks are there altogether? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, well, that was the case. You've got almost 70 minutes worth of music there. So, whew, she's a long one. Absolutely. This is the slipcase edition, of course, as you can probably tell. But the real artwork. Whoa. Oh, yes. That's what we like. Have that. Oh, God, I bet that hurt. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so we got over here, engineered by Eric Rutan, so you know it's going to be fucking good. It sounds very, very large. This has got Glenn Benton on vocals, of course. It's got Tony Lazzaro and Dave Suzuki, a couple of absolute legends there. And you got Glenn in armour and who knows what else, looking a bit Warwick High-ish, which is always cool. This has got the old Yngwie Malmsteen cover on there as well, Disciples of Hell, as a closing track. Got the negative artwork there, which is always cool. And then underneath you've got the logo and the goat head and whatnot. So, oh yes, very fancy indeed. Now, musically, riffs for days. Good sir, 67 minutes exactly. So there you've got your Glenn Benton there doing his thing. There they are in the background. Oh yeah, very fancy. He's got his armour on. And then you got Tony, right there, Tone, doing his thing. Then you got there they are on their horses. 4 horsemen, the apocalypse. One of them's just a normal horseman. The other 3 of their fighters on. Look, they're drawing and quartering. Oh fucking Jesus, over the flames. That's gonna work, you know. Like he hasn't had it bad enough. Fucking. There's the boy, Mike, Dave even. I always get fucking. I was calling Mike for some reason. It's ridiculous. I've done that mistake on here before. So yeah, the usual kind of job, your lyrics, your cheers, thank yous, and fuck yous and whatnot. So the music. Heavy as balls. All the way through. Now the opening track, which is the intro, is like a minute long of like, you know, whipping and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I normally skip it. It's fine, but you know, the 9 songs that are on there, all of which really, really cool. The riffage is non-stop. Like each riff they throw in there is an absolute belter. Sometimes I find with Vital Remains, they'll reuse riffs in the same songs like a bit too much. Sometimes to the point where there's like you've got a really cool. Well, you could have had a really cool like 4-minute song, but instead you've now got a kind of cool but kind of tiresome 7 or 8-minute song. I don't know. But with this album, it happens a couple of times where it's like, all right, you know, we've had that riff, mate. But other than that, I think this is their best gear. Really, really cool. The drumming is absolutely fantastic. I mean, just constant blasting and blasting, just fucking clean as anything. But when they do go into other speeds, slow it down, it's just, you know, it's no less. There's no boring parts on there at all. You know, it just really, really does just cut through and just absolute monster. The snare's really cool. It's got that sort of. The snare sounds quite dull, but in a good way. You know, that very sort of kind of thing going on. Really, really cool there. Nice heavy kick drum as well. So and the guitar tone is really cool. That sort of just that very dissonant sort of a lot of gain going on, but also it's just got that nice like mid tones. You know, it's nice trebled guitars. It's not down tuned all the way to the point where you're getting no treble or what have you. Glenn's vocals, yeah, pretty cool. Not the best he sounded, but doesn't sound bad by any stretch of the imagination. You know, it's still great. Really, really cool stuff. It's mainly the lows. Gets the odd high in there every now and then, but I'm sure some of those are Dave's as well. because I've seen on the old when London Burns documentary, sorry. Look, I suppose technically kind of is, but you know their live DVD, and Dave does the backing vocals. It sounds just like Glenn on the records. It's really, really cool. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was him doing a lot of that. Yeah, this was out on Century Media in 2007. So bloody hell, it's knocking on, isn't it? Jesus, didn't realise it was. Jesus, didn't realise it was that. Sorry, can't. Yeah, I didn't quite realise it was that old. So there we are, brilliant. And standout tracks for me on here. Oh man, I do really like Reborn, the Upheaval of Nihility. It's got that really cool like acoustic solo on there. I like it when they do that. Like you get a nice heavy song with the acoustic bit over the top. Like on is it Crystal Mountain by Death, where it does that like instrumental where it's got the like the acoustic parts over the top of the metal parts. It works really well. And also Shrapnel Embedded Flesh as well. That's a really cool. The drum work on that one's particularly cool. It's some nice, really sort of groovy feels towards the middle, and then it goes to like this snare part. So it's quite choppy, but it's really effective. Really, really cool. It sticks out nicely on the album as well. So it's got a nice. It has this really sort of solid identity to it that just makes that track its own on the album. But they're all good songs. Like Disciples of Hell, I could probably live without, but it's not a bad song. It's just it's all right. But yeah, but as far as tracks 2 through 8 go, wee, or no, 2 through 9 even I should say. Sorry, bloody intros and what else, fucking bastards. Yeah, all them songs are banging. But yeah, definitely worth picking up and hearing. Heavy as balls, nice and epic, great solos in there. And when I say great solos, I don't just mean, oh, look how fast he can play. No, really cool melodic solos. And some of them just sound proper nasty and evil. It's just really cool. So definitely worth picking up if you haven't got it already. I'm sure most of you have heard this and probably enjoy it. But those of you who haven't, make it happen. Really good record. Just make sure you've got over an hour to spare listening to it because it does go on a bit. But it's particularly like this is one of my favorite ones to put on in the background if I'm gaming because it just kills like an hour of background. But like today I had it on the old headphones and just like it's a sick album. But it's not one I put on often on the old headset. Like I say, if I'm gaming or something, throw this on in the background, kill some motherfuckers with Dark Souls or playing poker or some shit. Yeah, this is the way to go about it. So support the underground. Catch you dogs later on.